Hello there everybody, and hello there Robert Zees, my rocket stealing buddy in Arizona. And for you who don't play Quiz Planet on Facebook, you have probably no idea what I'm talking about. This responds to your friendship contest that you have, and it felt pretty natural that I would do a response to this, as I consider you one of my great friends here at the vinyl community. And it is a very, very touching and interesting subject for a contest. And where did I hear your name the first time? Well, I think it goes way back to my first year, my first time here at the vinyl community, 2014. And I think it was that you made a comment to one of my videos, and at the time I was searching through almost anybody at the vinyl community to see to search for contacts, and I looked at your video and I saw that you were a very funny and very charismatic and open guy, and I subscribed to you, and then you were happy for that, and then we kept touch. That's how it is. And then I have participated in numerous of your contests, of your stuff. I have done a lot of crazy stuff for you and for your contests. Remember when I tried to play that air saxophone with a broom? So totally un-Swedish of me, but it was a pretty hilarious thing to do. And I've been showing you a whole lot of food. You have enjoyed almost any food picture that I have showed you. You are a very happy and funny guy, but also do a whole lot of serious and personal videos that is very interesting, with your own thoughts, and you're very good to interact with the subscribers, with doing personal movies directly to them. As an example, I remember that you did a response to the my 1986 thread that I did when I wanted folks to show records from the year 1986, and you did a hilariously funny video with a lot of playing on the record and dancing, and it was directly to me, and I felt so hilariously funny, and it felt very, very honorable. So you do personal stuff for people, and each and every time there's a VCLT, you go out there and you do a very personal video that goes way beyond just opening and saying thank you. And you're taking your own initiatives. You are starting lotteries, you're starting contests upon contests, and you have ideas. You have so many ideas, and I have a whole lot of memories with you, and all the stuff you do with your cousins Sylvia and Carmine, and as I said, I remember this video that you did for my 1986 thread very well, because it was so extremely great, so extremely honorable. And I also remember the package that you sent me as a victory for the contest where we're supposed to confess different kind of addiction that we had. And I remember I was so shocked. I couldn't hardly get a word when I opened and I pulled out one Japanese pressing after the other. It was the Go-Go's, it was In Excess. I was extremely honored, and that T-shirt that you sent me, when it's summertime, I wear it as often as I can, because it's really great to have. And I also remember that live stream that we that we did way back on Facebook. You were supposed to do some magic tricks with cards, and I was supposed to say think of a number. You're going to guess which number I was thinking of, and my answer was always delayed because of the distance between us. So all of a sudden you have no idea what I actually was answered to. The previous question, your previous response, or this response. It was a really nice walk through tons of misunderstandings, but also it was very funny. And I was actually thinking of one day I will send you a Swedish flag. I know that you are waiting for a Swedish flag. It's pretty expensive to send packages over the ocean. But one day I will, Scout's honor, send you a package with a flag. I don't know when it will be, but it will be, and hopefully also something with Swedish music also. And I also admire that you are very open about your problems. When it comes to that, you are very un-Swedish, because we Swedes, we are very quiet, and we're holding back stuff when it comes to talk open to people. But you're very open about your past, your problems with alcohol, about your son, and they are very touching, and they are very interesting to listen to, which I admire very much. And also, of course, your Depeche Mode interest. It's extremely very I'm very honored to be teaching you about the Depeche Mode, and you are a very good student. I remember when I was sitting at it was pretty late here in Sweden. It was around midnight or 1 o'clock at midnight, somewhere between that. I was sitting and in the armchair after watching something. I was preparing to go to bed, but I was still up, and all of a sudden I heard the pling on my messenger, and you sent a question asking, "You awake?" and asking me about Blasphemous Rumors, a Depeche Mode song, and it's very interesting how contact over the ocean between someone in Arizona and here in Sundsvall, Sweden, how we can have contact with each other. Because I remember when I was a kid and I went to high school. I think I talked about this before, but I think it's very interesting to compare eras. I was meeting someone who wasn't from Sweden. He didn't speak Swedish, so he asked me in English what time it was, and I felt so happy and honored to be able to talk English with someone who isn't from Sweden. And I told him that 12 was 12:30 or something like that, and it felt good. I felt very honored back then. I would talk to someone who he sounded American also in the accent. I felt very proud to be talking to an English-speaking person, and now today I'm having friends all over in America. It's a wonderful world we have turned into when it comes to that. And When it comes to Depeche Mode, I might give you another lesson. I can send you flags or stuff like that right now, but what I can do is give you another suggestion, another tip. It's not when it comes to music, but when it comes to books. A very interesting book about Depeche Mode that I recommend to you. This is Depeche Mode, a biography. It is called that in English. This is Depeche Mode en biografi in Swedish, but it's called in English Depeche Mode a biography. I don't think it looks like this in the cover in the American version, but it's written by Steve Malins. It's a British journalist who's written this biography of Depeche Mode. It's extremely interesting. It goes way deep inside how they made the records, when it comes to the production, their feelings about their songs and how when they made it, dramas about what they did back then and what they've done. It also talks about Dave Gahan's problem with drugs at the late in the mid 90s. So highly recommended if you can find this book somewhere, Depeche Mode, a biography by Steve Malins. Well, it is interesting. When I see it's stuff, when I see them at that you have been mentioned, like I see meatballs ads for me when I'm in Stockholm and see ads for meatballs at some menu. I think of, well, maybe Robert Zees wants to see this, because he always keeps asking about meatballs. When I see Japanese pressings, and I think of, well, maybe I should buy that one and show Robert Zees that you can buy Japanese presses also here in Sweden with a little searching. I'm extremely honored to be a friend here at Vinyl Community and at Facebook, and I hope that we will keep in touch. With that, I hope that you are satisfied with my response and with my talking. I hope that you, Betty, Bobby, and everybody else have a real nice time, no matter where you are, no matter what you do. Take care, and so long.